Hi. It's been a while. I know. Um, I don't really have a good excuse. Just laziness, honestly. Um, I mean, it was sick, but I was feeling good enough to do videos. I couldn't motivate myself to do them. I think it's partly because I don't really have much to talk about. But this time I do. Um, so there's a job fair coming up. I'm excited about that. There's actually 3 job fairs. There's going to be one in the first week of April at the college for the culinary department. It's going to be strictly food industry jobs. So I'm really eager to go to that. I was worried about having something to wear that would look professional, but thankfully we're required to wear our chef's uniforms, and so there we go. I just need to scrape together some money to get the hems of my pants done because they drag the floor and it's starting to show that they've been dragging the floor and it doesn't look very professional, so I'll have to get that done, but that shouldn't cost too much. But there's also a job fair next week, and there was one this week, but it was in another county, and it was too far to drive for the jobs that were going to be there. They were all minimum wage jobs, and they put a lot of wear and tear on my vehicle, and I'd basically be going to work every day just to have money to afford to go to work every day. It's kind of pointless. But there's going to be one closer next week, so yay. Um, so yeah, there's that. So I've been having this idea, okay, and it's going to sound really, really stupid, but it's something I've always wanted to do. A lot of people talk about, wanting to backpack through Europe and all this stuff, and that sounds exciting. I would love to do that, so hopefully one day I'll get to. But I can't really afford to go overseas, and I don't know when I'd be able to. But I was thinking, summer, for me, usually starts in May, for summer semester of school. So going off of when it begins and when it ends, and when fall semester begins, summer for me is technically from the end of April to the beginning of August. So, because that's when spring semester ends and fall begins. So, I was thinking about if I can find enough people interested, mapping a course from Charleston, where I'm at, to some point out west. It doesn't have to be, I mean, I was thinking San Diego, but that's kind of a hike, but just somewhere out west that we want to get to. And mapping a course of places we can go to in between, and walking during the summer months from April to August. With there being so much time to do it, we wouldn't feel really rushed or anything. But the average person walks about 5 miles per hour. So if we walk 12 hours a day, that's 60 miles a day. From here to San Diego is roughly like 2,000 miles. I want to say 2,500. I asked my mom because she's driven it before, so. Hold on. I'm checking my text, sorry. About 2,800 miles. Okay, so it's about 3,000 miles. That's a long walk. Okay, so if we are doing 60 miles a day, we would need 46 days, roughly. So from April to August is way more than 46 days. So we would be able to actually sightsee and, stop and take breaks and everything. So it wouldn't be too bad. Like, I don't know if you've watched, RT did this show with Carrie and Chris, and they went to New Zealand and walked from Hobbiton, Hobbiton, I think it's Hobbiton, where they filmed Lord of the Rings, and that's where they built the village for the hobbits and everything, and it's now a tourist thing. They walked from there to where they filmed the Mordor scenes, which was like 100 and I want to say 121 miles or 24 miles of walking. And they did it in 6 days. And it almost killed them. So that's why I was thinking with more time we could, make the distance without almost killing ourselves. But if we did it, we would have to train. I mean, seriously train. Everybody who signed up to do it would have to start training now. Okay? Because I don't want to do it this summer. I was thinking next summer. And it would be really, really fun. We could map out our course, figure out where we're going, set up timelines, and then everybody could come, find a way to get to Charleston, whether you drive or you fly or whatever, and then we can meet up here. If my mom has a home, anybody that drives can leave their car with her. She will guard it with her life. And anything you bring that you don't want to walk with, belongings, whatever, can stay there too. She'll kind of be our hub where we can call and find out, what's going on with the weather forecast, if we can't pull it up on our phones or whatever. She'll just be like home base, I guess you could say. And then when we get to where we decide we're going to go in the end, we spend a day or two there and have some fun or whatever, and then we can all just fly back to Charleston. If we do it in enough time, maybe we can walk back, take a different route. That's something that could be decided later. But either way, probably flying back would be the best bet. So anybody who didn't leave anything at my mom's could just fly from where we end to where they're from. Anybody that left something at my mom's could of course fly and then go from there. So I think it would be awesome. I think it would be a lot of fun. It would be hard. I'm not going to sit here and say it'd be easy, because it's not. I would have to really continue to work hard on getting in shape. But this is something I've always wanted to do, is backpack across the country and see things that I probably wouldn't have another chance to see. Like, I've never been. When I was very little, I don't even remember. We went to California. I don't remember. I was very, very young. So I don't remember that. But the farthest west I've been at an age where I do remember, probably Ohio. I've been to Tennessee. We were in Knoxville, Tennessee, and that's on like the east part of Tennessee. So yeah, probably Niles, Ohio. I'll have to check that later and see which one's further west. But yeah, good. I mean, that would be like so cool. So I've never seen the Grand Canyon. I've never done anything super exciting, seen any landmarks or anything. One person I mentioned this to earlier said, why don't you take the route that Shadow, one of my favorite characters from a Neil Gaiman book, took from Virginia to the exact center of the U.S. But I don't think I want to do that. But it sounded cool. But then I'd have to go up to Virginia from here, and I don't know. But anyways, I'm ranting. So this is just an idea I had, and just the more I think about it, the more I really want to do it. And it'll be hard, and I'm sure it'll be painful at times, but think of the stories, think of the adventure, really. Just and to be able to look back on that and say, I did that. And it almost killed me, but I did it. And I really want to do that. But it's not something I want to do alone. It's dangerous out there. So, and I thought about whatever path we choose, if we can find people along that path that we know, we could stop in and visit friends, family, whatever, and have little spots where we're not worried about money, like for a hotel or whatever, or we can just, hang out for a couple hours and relax a little bit, things like that. Just, I thought it'd be really, really neat. one thing I thought about doing was ending in Austin, Texas, and taking a tour of the RT offices and stuff like that. But I don't know. It depends on who goes with. So if anybody has any interest in that, just let me know. You can email me, you can message me on here. Everybody knows my email by now. It's awillowsjourney@gmail.com. Not that hard. Yeah, so that's my idea. And it sounds crazy, but I'm super excited about the idea. And I'm really hoping some people show some interest, some serious interest, and that it's something we can actually end up doing, because that would be exciting. It would be really exciting. And I could actually do it next summer, because I plan to lose a significant amount of weight between now and then. It would be roughly around this time when we'd be getting close to starting the trip. So by now, this year, this time next year, I want to be at least 100 pounds weight lost. I know I can do it. It's going to be hard work, and I'm going to have to fight for every pound, but I'm not giving up. I did it once, I can do it again. And that's part of what keeps me going, is knowing that I've done it before. When I first started dieting, exercising, I kind of lost hope that I would lose any weight. But then the next thing I know, I've lost 40 pounds, and then 60 pounds, 100 pounds. And I was like, holy crap. I can fit into shirts that don't have an X in the size. And it was amazing. And I want to get that feeling back again. I want that back again. I guess I had forgotten what it felt like to be skinny, to be healthy, and not feel like a stranger in my own body. Because I spent so long, wallowing in self-pity, and I can't do that. You can't sit around and wish for things to get better. You have to make them get better. And if you're not willing to put in the work to make them better, then maybe you don't deserve for them to get better. Alright? Our futures are what we make them. Okay? And I know it sucks being fat. I know it sucks. I've walked in the fat shoes long enough to know, and to carry that for the rest of my life, to know what it's like to struggle. But if you keep making excuses, if you keep putting the blame on other people or other things, you're never going to accept that you are the one that has to make it better. Yes, I have polycystic ovary syndrome. Yes, it's part of the reason why I got so fat. Is it the reason why I regained all the weight? No, it's not a huge part of the reason why I gained all the weight. A huge part of the reason why I gained all the weight is because I let my depression take over, and I just laid in bed all day, and I wasn't active, and I was eating crap. So, not literal crap, like just really not good for you food, like fast food and stuff. So, some people say, well, you can blame your depression. No, I knew I was in a depression. I was aware of it. I could have done what I've always done anytime I've been in depression and fought back, but I didn't. I gave up, and that's on me. That's on me. And every time I ate fast food, I knew it was bad for me, and I knew I shouldn't be doing it, but I did it anyways. So that's on me. So accept responsibility. Accept that nobody's just going to come wave a magic wand and everything's going to get better for you. Get up, make it happen. Okay? That's what you have to do. And that's what I want to do. And thank you for sticking around, even though I haven't posted it in over a week. I will try not to let that happen again, by getting out there and being a little bit more active and having some more stuff to come talk to you guys about. So, thank you, and I hope you all are doing well, and I will see you tomorrow.